Hello everyone, my name is Sandrine. Welcome or welcome back. This is episode 11 of How in the World Do You Pronounce It, where I'll help you make sense, pronounce, and practice all the challenging French names of cities and mountain peaks of this stage 14 from Saint Etienne to Mende of this 2022 edition of the Tour de France. I am a native of France and I want to demystify the French language. Remember to exaggerate your vowels. I will help you and teach you the easy way to pronounce the French R. We will do what I refer to as the banana smile, and we will remember to take a good breath before pronouncing most of the following names in this stage. And please do not pay attention to the spelling of the French language. And let's enjoy the ride, shall we? Now I want to start by saying all the names of this stage once. And then, of course, I will break them down for you. Let me say that again. I will break them down for you. All right, are you ready? Let's go. So, again, it starts in Saint Etienne. And next is Firminy, Côte de Saint-Just-Malmont, Sainte-Sigolène, Côte de Châtaignier, Yssingeaux, Rosières, le Puy, let me do it again, le Puy-en-Velay, Saint-Christophe-sur-Dolaizon, le Bouchet-Saint-Nicolas, le Nouveau Monde, Côte de Grandrieux, Côte de la Fage, Mende, Côte de la Croix-Neuve, Montée-Jalabert, Mende. All right, that's it for this part, and now we can break them down. Let's go. So, Saint Etienne. Saint Etienne, if you listened to the previous stage, which was, of course, stage 13, I gave you a sneak peek of that, and there were a few towns that had the name similar to Saint Etienne. So, in fact, they had a part of it, which was named Saint Etienne. But let's break it down again. Saint Etienne. Saint, un, which is the sound in one as number one. Un, which was and is the sound in the name Dunkerque, which is the beginning of stage 4. Dunkerque. Un. So here we have Saint. 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 And we have to do something a little funny here, but it's all about sound. So, just go along the ride with me. Sainte. Sainte. E. So, E is not an E. And this is what I refer to the banana smile as the banana smile, because I want to make sure you can differentiate between the E, the banana smile, with the E. E is a sound that is made with the air of what you pronounce up in your mouth, as a E is a big smile. Right? It's a banana smile. So here we have E. Sainte. 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 Tienne. So here there is a banana smile somewhere. Well, it's E. But then it goes into Y. E. Well, actually, it's more like an E and an E. So, ie. So, banana smile. Ie. hyène, hyène, hyène. And a little softer, hyène, hyène. So as a whole, let's do it together and take a good breath first. Saint Etienne, Saint Etienne. All right, next up, at kilometer 5.4, au kilomètre 5,4, they will arrive, your favorite writers will arrive in Firminy. Yes, so here, let's break this down. We have 2 banana smiles and we have the French R. So the French R is mostly not more than a breath, right? And the secret is to keep your tongue down in your mouth where it stays put, doesn't move as you exhale. So it goes something like this. Ra, ra. And the easiest way is to take a good breath first. So you inhale first, and then you exhale while your tongue stays down in your mouth, right? So take a good breath. Ra, ra. That's a French R, the R, which sounds like ra. And here, it's pronounced after the first banana smile. So let's go. Fir, 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 yeah, fir. So, fir, mi. Did I say it was twice in this name? It's 3 times. Now I feel bad. All right, let's go for it. So, again, sorry. Fir, mi, ni, right? So 3 banana smiles. Firminy. Let's do it together, ensemble, with a good breath. Firminy. All right. Next up is at kilometer 14.2, au kilomètre 14,2, they will arrive in Côte de Saint-Just-Malmont. All right, now this one here, definitely do not look at the way it's spelled, please. And let's break this down. So you might be already familiar with it if you have watched other episodes of this series, or you know a little French. So, côte, 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 côte de, the sound which is very important in French, is a forward move of your jaws. You move your jaws forward with a medium to little small opening of your mouth. Sometimes it's a bit more pronounced as a but we can go in between. So we'll do I'll go back a little bit and go for côte de. So here, in some ways, we have twice the sound côte, côte, côte de, right? Côte de. Saint. So here we go again. We have the saint sound, and again it's a un. Côte de Saint, jus. Now, I know the sound U is quite tricky for non-French speakers. So it's basically your jaws that just drop. You drop your jaws with a small opening of your mouth. U. It takes quite some practice. It's not that easy, but, do what you can. I'm just trying to, I would say, point them out and help you, let you know how to pronounce them. But it does take practice. So, jus, soft J and a U, jus. And it's Saint-Just, right? Saint-Just. And the last part is Malmont. Malmont. So here we have the typical French A, which is A, A, A. Just like yes in stage 4, they arrived in Calais, Calais, A, A. So here we have mal, 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 mon, mon. On is basically pretty closed up, a bit nasal, right? Or maybe very nasal. And mon, mon. So Malmont, Malmont, right? So let's try this as a whole. We can do this. All right, let's take a good breath and off we go. Côte de Saint-Just-Malmont. And I'll say it more as a French person or a French speaker. Côte de Saint-Just-Malmont. All right, we did it, or you did it. Next is kilometer, or at kilometer 29.9, au kilomètre 29,9, they will arrive in Sainte-Sigolène. All right, so yes, it's the feminine version of Saint. Saint being saint, right? All right. The feminine version of Saint is Sainte. So basically, the only difference is you pronounce a T sound, a T. Sainte, 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 Sigolène. All right, so here we have a banana smile. We have a A or yeah, it's kind of a O, 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 and a N, 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 E, 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 N. So again, I, O, N. And with their consonants, it goes like this. Sigolène. Sigolène. Take a good breath with me, avec moi. Sigolène. Right? So as a whole, let's do this together. Let's take a good breath again. Sainte Sigolène. All right. Next up is at kilometer 39.1, au kilomètre 39,1. They will arrive in another côte. Côte de. So again, Côte de Châtaignier. Now let's break this one down. Cha, A, so French A, cha. Te, te, e, te, te. Nier, nier, so nya, goes into a E, nier, nier. And again, a E is not a E, right? If you can differentiate that. So E, nier, nier. Châtaignier. All right, so as a whole, together, ensemble, let's take a good breath. Côte de Châtaignier. Right? Côte de Châtaignier. All right. One more down, so let's go for the next one, and it's at kilometer 50.7, au kilomètre 50,7. Your favorite riders, I hope, will arrive in Saint-Just. I know, so, well, at least here it's pretty clear. It starts with the banana smile, the E, right? E. Saint. So here we have the sound Saint, just like in Côte de Saint-Just-Malmont, Saint, and Saint Etienne, Saint. I Saint, Jo, I Saint-Just. Let's try it together, ensemble. with a good breath. I Saint-Jo. Right? I Saint-Jo. All right. Next up is at kilometer 66.1, au kilomètre 66,1, they will arrive in Rosières. Yes, you heard my good breath there. Yeah, so again, the French R, the R, the R sound, mostly a breath. The secret is to just keep your tongue at the bottom of your mouth and it stays there while you exhale. Right? R. All right, let's do this. And we first take a good breath. So, R, R. And this one goes into a ro. So, ro, ro, ro. And then we will have a banana smile, I. And it will go into a ya, 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 ya. And a yer, R, R. I, ya, R. But then it's preceded by a z sound. So let me break this down. Zier. Or even I would say zi, zi, er. Zier, 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 zier. And it's shortened. Zier, zier. So it's pretty much the yer that is emphasized here. Zier, zier. And as a whole, it goes like this. Rosière. Let's do it again together. Take a good breath. Remember, just breathe. Rosière. And it goes for the last R sound as well, the last yer, right? Another breath. So, once again, encore une fois. Rosière. Yes, we did it. Next up is at kilometer 85.4, au kilomètre 85,4. They will arrive in Le Puy-en-Velay. I know. So, there's the sound U, I, en, again, and E. We can do this, and let's do it now. So, le, puis, so U, right? Drop your jaws as low as possible. U, and it's true, as low as possible. U, I, banana smile. Ui. They go together, right? Ui, puis, and then it's a bit shortened. Puis, focused on the E. Puis, right? So that first part goes like this. Le puis, and then we have en, the, the again, so forward movement, just like in le puis, en, the, les, volet, en volet. As a whole, it goes like this. Let's do it together. Ensemble. Take a good breath. Le Puy-en-Velay. All right. We did it. Next up is at kilometer 95.1, au kilomètre 95,1. Your favorite writers, we hope will arrive in a town that has again the name Saint. So just like in Saint Etienne and Saint-Just, Valmont. So here we go. Here, it's basically named after Saint Christopher in English. So that would be in French Saint Christophe. But let me break it down. All right. So Saint Christophe. I know. So yes, there is a French R. 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 K. So Christophe. K. R. K. R. K. R. With a banana smile, right? Cri. 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 Do what you can. Cri. Chris. So just think about Chris if you're an English speaker. Chris with a French accent, right? Chris. Chris. Tough. 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 Christophe. Encore? Christophe. So the first part here would be, or is, Saint Christophe. Let's take a good breath and try it again. Saint Christophe. Saint Christophe. Sur. I know, there's a U and there's a R. Oh, we make it hard, of course, and that's why I'm doing this, of course. So, sur, U, U, U. Remember, you drop your jaws as low as you can. U, U, U. Ur, ur, sur, sur, sur. And then I think it's kind of easy, I hope. Dolaison, dolaison, do, re mi fa sol la ti do, right? Do, le, zon, zon, zon. Dolaison, dolaison. So as a whole, let's do this together, ensemble. Take a good breath. Saint Christophe sur Dolaison. Right? Saint Christophe sur Dolaison. All right. Next up is at kilometer 109.9 au kilomètre 109,9. They will arrive in Le Bouchet Saint-Nicolas. Another saint. It's Saint Nicholas here, which is Saint Nicolas, right? I'll break it down. So let's start by the beginning. The beginning starts with le, of course. Again, le, or I would say le bouchet, so ou and est, right? Ou est, bouchet, le bouchet, Saint. I think by now we're getting used to this one. So, Saint. So again, le bouchet Saint Nicolas. So here we have a banana smile, E. We have the French A, which is A. What am I saying? Sorry. We have a banana smile, E, and we have, I would say, a O, and the French A, which is A. So, E, O, A. Right? So, Nicolas. Saint Nicolas. Right? So, as a whole, the whole name goes like this. Let's do it together. Ensemble. Take a good breath. Le Bouchet Saint Nicolas. Right. One more down. Let's go now to kilometer 120.1 au kilomètre 120,1. And here they will arrive in, it's a beautiful name, le Nouveau Monde, which means the new world. Le Nouveau Monde. So let's break it down. Well, you're familiar with this. Le Nouveau, nouveau, ou, o, nouveau, 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 monde, 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 right? So, as a whole, it's lots of vowels and nasal sounds, basically. Le Nouveau Monde. Encore, again, take a good breath. Le Nouveau Monde. All right, next up is at kilometer 135.3 au kilomètre 135,3. Your favorite riders will arrive in Côte de Grandrieux. I know, we can do this. I mean, it's possible. Nothing is impossible in French, as we say. All right. So at least we are getting familiar with the first part, which is Côte de, Côte de, Côte de, Côte de. And here we have Grandrieux. So, grande, I would say, let's start with grand. Grand. It's tricky, yeah, g and rend. Rend. Again, a breath. Grand, 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 grand. And we have drieux. So it's E, banana smile. Ya, and E, the forward movement of your jaws again. E, EU, EU, EU. Take a good breath. EU. And of course, preceded by a French R and a D sound. But let's break it down even more. So I'll start with the R. Rieux, rieux, drieux, drieux, right? Drieux, drieux, grand, drieux. We make it hard. Grandrieux. Encore? Grandrieux. So as a whole, this name goes like this. Let's take a good breath together, ensemble. Côte de Grandrieux. One more down. We did it. Next up is at kilometer 162.1 au kilomètre 162,1. They will arrive in another côte, another climb, if you will. And this one is called Côte de la Fage. So here we have a lot of vowels. Mostly, yeah, and no R's. So, hallelujah. So, Côte de la Fage. Côte de la Fage. So two French A's with A, la Fage. So the second A is a bit sustained, right? A little bit. Fage, fage, la Fage, la Fage. So as a whole, it goes like this. Take a good breath with me. Côte de la Fage. All right, next is at kilometer 186.2 au kilomètre 186,2. they will stop here in their first stop of Mende, right? Because it looks like they're stopping here in Mende and then will climb for the next one and go back to Mende. So this is the first stop in Mende. Mende, right? You've heard it many times already. Mende, Mende. This might be the easiest one, am I right? You let me know in the comments below. Mende, Mende, right? So the next stop is at kilometer 191 au kilomètre 191, and they will climb all the way to another côte, of course, Côte de la Croix-Neuve, Montée Jalabert. So, of course, the last part of the name is a tribute, I would say, yeah, a tribute to Jalabert, the French cyclist. I'm trying to remember his first name, and I know it. It will come back to me. I should know. Anyway, here we only have his last name. So, let's go. Côte de. Now, Côte de la, Côte de la Croix, right? So, roi, wa, roi, que roi, croix. Take a good breath. Croix. Let's go back a bit. Côte de la Croix, Neuve, Neuve. Again, it's a forward movement of your jaws. Neuve. Côte de la Croix, Neuve. Encore, again, good breath. Côte de la Croix Neuve. And I would say, because it's not over, so Côte de la Croix Neuve, Côte de la Croix Neuve, Montée, we had this earlier in Côte de Saint-Just-Malmont, on, Montée, so it's a E and not a E. I should have said that before. It's like in café, E. And it's not a E. Montée, Jalabert, right? So two French A's, Jalabert, bear. Think about the, right, of course, the bear with a French accent. Bear. Jalabert. So, Montée, Jalabert. Encore, again. Montée, Jalabert. So, as a whole, before we go to the finish line, here we go. Côte de la Croix-Neuve, Montée Jalabert. Yes, almost there. When here they will arrive at kilometer 192.5 au kilomètre 192,5 in the finish line, or at the finish line. L'arrivée in Mende again. Mende. All right, that's it for stage 14. I do want to congratulate you. French is intimidating, and this is why I've been wanting to do this for years, actually. Every year, I've been thinking, gosh, it would be nice to give a little help here. So this is what I'm trying to do. Let me know if it's helpful, and I will see you for the next stage, which will be stage 15, And here's a sneak peek. It will be from Rodez to Carcassonne in the south of France. All right, I'll see you then. Bye, everyone.